All right, we are recording. How's everyone doing today? Well, this is the launch of the channel, the American Patriot Woodworker. Um, One of the big focuses of the channel is, as you can see, my wood shop is set up in the parking lot underneath the pop-up tent. Um, Point being, you don't need a big shop. You don't need all the tools. The center of the center of the show, it's going to be the miter saw back there. Got my wind generator over here. That's going to be a thing too. Very patriotic. This channel is going to be very patriotic. If you don't like that, have a blessed day. Um, but I'm big on American made, and unless I absolutely can't go with it, I'm going to go with American made products. That way I can give you a review all the time of the Wen products, which are really nice. This generator is really nice. But yeah, I'm getting set up. The launch was actually supposed to be the other day, but well, I had procrastinated. The launch was supposed to be last week, but I procrastinated and convinced myself that I needed the workers from our complex, that I needed more time to get stuff done. And then it ended up that the day that I was supposed to launch was one of the worst days in modern American history, um, with the assassination of Charlie Kirk. This channel is not going to get all kinds of deep political and all that other stuff. I know my old channel got a lot into that. I'm going to not do that as much, but I am going to speak my mind as a patriot, as every patriot should, about the truth they see around them. And I know I only met the gentleman, I think 3 times. Had a chance to speak with him. Probably the longest time was like 5 to 8 minutes in a green room one time, at the California National Convention, I believe it was. And even back then, which I believe was 2019, you could tell the type of man he was. And just meeting him then and seeing how much, I mean, when I first met him, quick little thing, I first met him, I'm like, hey, I'm glad to meet you. I follow you. I'm really excited to see the work you're doing. And he immediately, he's turning it on. He's like, well, if you're here, then you're clearly one of the people doing the real work. And it was just amazing how he was unwilling to take credit and praise for what he was doing, and he just always tried to make you feel like you were doing the most work and the most important work. And that actually continued when I got a chance to talk to him. That conversation came in the in just one of the ballrooms that they had open up in the convention center, and then in the green room that I snuck into behind security. I just walked in with my veteran's hat and, you know, looking official, and I walked right in behind security, and they just let me in. I guess that maybe they thought I was part of security, but anyways. I was a delegate to the convention, so I mean, I had all the credentials. But when I was in there, he noticed that I was just kind of standing back. You know, I wasn't bugging anybody. You know, that's not why I was in there. And he came over and started talking to me, and it was just it was unbelievable. That one time meeting that young man, I consciously made choices after that to try and be a better person based off, wow. I mean, this young man I met, I mean, anyone that knows me from my coaching life and stuff like that, I did a lot of coaching, 38 seasons, baseball, basketball, football, when my sons were young, maybe through 11 years. So the youth is super important to me, and my sons at the time were at that age, and I was in California because my son was in college. So meeting him then and seeing where he was at in his headspace and where he was at in his drive, and in the building of Turning Point USA was just inspirational in a way that I didn't anticipate. And I'm lucky, and I feel lucky and blessed, more blessed, that I was humble enough to realize the privilege I was having of meeting him at the time and taking the message to heart. And his message has changed my life, and I followed him since then. I've always watched him before that, but I followed him steadily since then, and I've found myself trying to live up to a standard that he has shown is available. So whew, that's a pretty powerful young man. I'm 55, almost 56 years old. and some would say I'm pretty set in my ways. but but yeah, that's the reason I didn't do it, because I actually, at first it was just out of respect for the day, and then I just found myself, I don't know why. Like I say, I only met him a couple times. I didn't get a chance to speak with him a lot, but I was moved and hurt and shook by this event in a way that the maintenance guy coming through, he's awesome, uh, that I don't truly understand. I'm actually, well, I mean, I kind of understand it.